We honestly waste so much time trying to be like other people or trying to emulate what other people do. And I think unless you are doing it to achieve a level of success or follow something entrepreneurial, it really is the worst way that you could use your time. And I'm going to give you a very recent example that highlights just why we shouldn't try to be like other people because we're all so completely different. So, I was having a conversation with somebody just the other day, an Italian person, and I was talking about how I'm going to have a lot more free time when I start working from home after we've moved. And their response was, "Oh, yeah, that's more time to clean and to cook." And I just felt inside of me, a little piece of me just cringe because I was like, but is that honestly all you think that I do when I don't work? Is I clean and I cook? Like, there is this mentality in Italy, and especially here in the south of Italy, where people will believe that women are there to cook and clean. Like, it's very old fashioned, it's very traditional. Not everybody has this mindset, but definitely it still exists. And I remember thinking, well, there's no point me saying to this person, because I didn't really know them that well, there was no point me saying, well, actually, I've got a YouTube channel and I've got a podcast and I'm building a brand and that's really how I like to spend my time. It would have just been wasted because that person clearly had a particular viewpoint as to what I should be doing in my spare time. And it was just so interesting to listen to that. But it also just highlighted to me the importance of always staying in your own lane and always being true to you because we are all so different. And for me personally, I don't enjoy cleaning my house. It's not something that brings me joy. I don't get up and jump around the house and feel excited to start cleaning. I love a tidy house. Don't get me wrong. A tidy house is something for me that is very important. But when it comes to the actual cleaning, of course, it's something that has to be done, but it's not something that I would say I glean my joy from. Whereas other people are different. Other people genuinely love cleaning, but for me, it's not the same. When I lived in the UK, I used to have a cleaner. Here in Italy, now, of course, I do some cleaning, but I don't enjoy it in the same way. So I've tried to do things to tweak that and to make a difference. Like, for example, listening to podcasts when I'm cleaning to try and make my time a bit more, I don't know, efficient in that sense. And also, like, focusing on the end result because I always know that when I start cleaning, I don't feel like it, but I'm always happy when the home is clean. So it's this weird paradox, but essentially trying to make the situation as enjoyable as I possibly can because for me, it isn't something that lights me up. And this is how we are all so different. For another person, having a YouTube channel, having a podcast, having a brand isn't their jam. It's not something that they're interested in. And so I really do think it is so fascinating that as humans, we are constantly comparing ourselves to other people, constantly positioning ourselves against other people's successes or achievements or status in life, when actually we are all wired so differently. It honestly doesn't matter. How can you compare your status in life to somebody who has completely different values, goals, and objectives? Somebody whose objective is to have a clean home and a family, their values and their way of life is going to be very different to somebody who wants to have a thriving business and, have entrepreneurial success. Like, totally different values, totally different ways of life. And so you can't really compare. And I think it's just something that really struck me because I was like, we take it for granted that we are all very similar or that we might all have similar viewpoints, especially here in the south of Italy. I think people do have this kind of mindset that, there are some shared values and beliefs that people have. But it's just not the case. Like, you can be different and you can have a different viewpoint. And I think it is this that you kind of need to pay attention to. And it was just what I wanted to share with you in today's very short but sweet podcast episode. Stay in your own lane, be true to your own beliefs and values and the things that light you up, and stop comparing yourself to everybody around you, their place in life, their status, what they're doing, because really, we are all so uniquely different. It's the biggest waste of time to try to position yourself against other people. I will see you in the next episode.